Hello, my name's Notori James, and I just want to thank everyone for joining me today. As teachers, one of our most important responsibilities is creating a safe and inclusive learning environment where all students can thrive. The way we think about our role, our mindset, directly impacts the culture of our classroom. When we approach our work with the belief that every student can succeed, we lay a foundation for a space that promotes academic growth, social belonging, and personal independence. In this presentation, I'll share some strategies and research-based practices that will help us support our high school students. My focus is on grade 9 through 12 in inclusive classrooms. At the high school level, students are preparing for independence, whether that mean college, careers, or other post-secondary opportunities. They bring diverse needs. General education students, special education students, English learners, and gifted and talented students often share the same space. And in order for all these students to succeed, we must not only consider academic instruction, but also social emotional support, culture of responsiveness, and opportunities for transition planning. High school is a critical age where students begin to shape their identity and advocate for themselves. And for that to happen, our classroom must foster both safety and autonomy. To make this possible, both students and teachers need strong supports in place. For teachers, ongoing development and inclusive practices is key. We benefit from training in co-teaching models, behavior management strategies, and the effective use of assistive technology. Collaboration with paraprofessionals, related service providers, and families also strengthen the ability to meet our students' needs. Teachers need to be confident in their toolkit so that they can respond proactively and not reactively. For students, support often looks like clear structures, consistent routine, and opportunities to practice self-advocacy. When students learn how to articulate their needs, whether that's requesting accommodations, using technology appropriately, or managing their workloads, the students begin to gain independence. Access to scaffolds such as graphic organizers, visual schedules, or digital support is also essential. These tools don't just help the students complete the assignments, they empower them to build the skills that they will use long after the classroom. Now let's pause and talk about mindset. Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset shows us that teachers believe that students can develop their abilities through efforts and persistence. Students are more likely to rise to the expectations. On the other hand, a fixed mindset, believing that a student just isn't capable, limits opportunities for growth. Our mindset influences not only how we teach, but also how our students view themselves. And in inclusive classrooms especially, this matters. If we view differences as strength rather than deficits, we could send a powerful message that every student belongs here. When we maintain a culturally responsive mindset, as Gloria Lanson-Billing has shown, we acknowledge students' identities as well as lived experiences as assets. This mindset shapes our learning environment into one where students feel safe, respected, and motivated to contribute. So, how do we translate mindset into action? Here are several practical tips for building supportive learning environments. First, teach and model self-advocacy. Many students aren't comfortable expressing their needs or asking for help. We could provide sentence starters like, I need help with, or could I use my notes for this assignment? Role-playing these conversations help the students build confidence. Second, promote independence by gradually releasing responsibility. Using the I do, we do, you do approach allows us to model skills, then practice them with students, and then finally encourage students to demonstrate mastery on their own. Over time, this shifts the responsibility of teacher-led learning to student ownership. Third, establish cleared procedures. Consistent routines for group work, technology use, and classroom transitions reduces anxiety and allows the students to focus on learning rather than uncertainty. Predictability helps support students with executive functioning challenges and benefits the whole class. Fourth, encourage students to use technology responsibly. At the high school level, technology is both a tool and a temptation. Teaching digital citizenship, setting expectations for when and how devices are used, helps the students stay focused and safe online. Finally, build a positive relationship through intentional check-ins. Taking a couple minutes in the morning to have a one-on-one conversation, taking a survey, or just doing a check-in creates trust to show their students that we care about their well-being, and not just their grades. Emotional safety is often the foundation of academic risk-taking and growth. One research-based framework that brings all of these ideas together is Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, developed by CAST. UDL emphasizes providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and expression. In practice, this means offering choices. Students might read a text, watch a video, or listen to audio to learn content. They might show what they learned through a written essay, a visual project, or a recorded presentation. UDL doesn't just benefit students with disabilities. It creates flexible learning pathways for all students. By embedding options and support into our lessons from the start, we reduce barriers and increase engagement. UDL also aligns with culturally responsive teaching because it acknowledges that students learn in different ways and deserve to have those differences celebrated. In my own experience, implementing new DL strategies, students feel more ownership of their learning and increases independence, which supports the overall goal that we've been discussing today. To close, I want to emphasize that our mindset as teachers is the foundation to create a safe, supportive, and inclusive classroom. By providing the right support for both teachers and students, modeling self-advocacy, building independence, and promoting responsible technology use, we can transform our classroom into an environment where every student feels valued. Research practices like UDL give us concrete ways to ensure access and equity. So my challenge to all of us is this. Let us commit to seeing the students through lenses of potential and not limitation. Let's equip them with tools that they need to advocate for themselves, take ownership of their learning, and prepare for the world beyond high school. When we do this, we not only set our students up for success, we also fulfill the deeper purpose of education, to create an environment where all learners can thrive. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing about how you implement these strategies within your own classroom.